But I think this one is special because I feel like 9 is kind of us bringing some of the character, introducing new characters. That's setting us up for this final chapter that I've been talking to Vin about for about the last 10 years. So I feel like it's just adjusting it so that the roadmap is all now aligned.
We've taken out planes, trains, tanks. I'm not going to even think about the submarine. And now we got cars flying in the air.
And with you as director, the Fast saga went from being about street car racers and thieves to this almost superhero family. Do you think with your return, there is room for more changes, or you just want to make a fair close to the franchise?
I think to answer that, I would go all the way back to when I first joined the franchise, and I remember talking to Vin about bringing Dom back. And that conversation, I think, is kind of laid the blueprint, for how we approach this. And the one thing that we made sure we wanted to do was that we were always going to, if we were lucky enough to kind of earn another chapter, we didn't want to just do and repeat and do the same thing. We were going to try to hopefully acknowledge that these are characters that are going to age, they're going to evolve, and they're going to have different obstacles in their lives. And by doing that, hopefully every film, we can try new things.
No way. So how do y'all want to play this?
Fast.
Han is a character that you create for another movie, and you bring it to Tokyo Drift. Now you bring it back for Fast 9. For you, what's necessary make justice for Han?
It's really interesting because when I left, I felt like I came in with Han and I was going to leave with Han, And so when I heard about the movement for Justice for Han, I was surprised. I said, wait, like Han left. And so when I found out the backstory on why people were so upset and so passionate about Justice for Han, I was just as baffled as the fans, And so I have to say I give the fans 100% credit, because if I came back for this exploration of family through blood, but knowing that there's justice for Han, I felt like we had to correct something that was very wrong, And for me, justice for Han is not just F9, right? I feel like it's a treatment of this character. And I hope that, I know that we're going to have more to explore with him. And I think how we treat Han from this point on out is truly, is true justice to his character.
Really? Duct tape? You acting like we on our way to Home Depot. Hunter! No, Ted! I don't want to die!
Talking about fans, the fans always made jokes about Fast and Furious in space. In fact, the Fast saga embraced its own craziness. In Fast 9, we have the rocket car. Why do you think make it happen was the right call?
It's interesting because I didn't come back and say, oh, we're gonna do F9 and we're going to space. It was actually kind of working on the characters and the Roman and Tej's existential crisis discourse that I felt like it was time. It was time for us to try it, and I got on the phone with NASA scientists, and I was actually surprised that it was actually that sequence is actually a lot more grounded and based on reality of going to outer atmosphere than some of the other stuff that's in the franchise, and I get it. I get that there's been chatter out there, but I think part of it was not to just be reactive and just give whatever is out there. But it was just one of those moments that felt like, yes, in our thematic exploration and where we wanted to go on this one, it did feel appropriate for us to kind of push it and see where we can go.
Not today. We are the